Jen, Bobby here. Thank you so much for joining us. And if you are on the phone for our visual end, definitely stay there. But we have Aaron Berger is with me again for the remainder of this hour because we have an amazing brand new HP printer, the Envy, that we launched earlier this morning. One show, 750 flew out of here. And I have to tell you, this is, as I said, not only the first day, but we have a really limited quantity. We have only like 2,400 of these to go around. The value is crazy. It's a $280 value, but with your instant rebate price, $129.95, free shipping, 4 flex pay of $32.49, 5 on your HSN card of $25.99. Didn't I just see that cat on a commercial today?
Yeah, you might have.
Right?
Very famous cat. I'm not sure. I think they all look the same.
Can I tell you, first of all, this is an amazing, I love, first of all, sleek. It looks incredible, but HP.
I told Brett this morning, I'm buying this printer. I haven't had a new printer for 2 years. If your printer is out of date, if it's time to upgrade your printer, okay, just wait. Just wait till you see this printer. I think we'll have probably 1 or 2 more presentations before it sells out. Brand new. You've never seen it before. First, just look at how pretty it is. I mean, the footprint on this is like half the size of a typical printer, right? Now, the printer is not the right word for this. This is a printer, this is a scanner, this is a copier, this is a fax machine. Look at this screen for a minute. We're gonna get in kind of close on this screen. Your color screen, it's a 3.5-inch screen. Do you see how smooth this is? It's like using a smartphone or like using a computer, like using a tablet that's attached to your printer. So if you want to copy, you press one little button, you can do a color copy, you can do a black and white copy. If you want to fax, all your fax information comes right up for you. Yes, there is a built-in fax. You're not hearing me wrong. Built-in fax as well, which you almost never see anymore. If you want to scan, if you want to do HP printables, are you ready for this? This is your built-in activity center. No, take a look because it's up already. So often we kind of go back and forth because sometimes it takes a minute. That's how fast it is to pull up apps on this. You want to do Disney apps? So you want to like print out some coloring books for your kids or that kind of stuff? Let's go, okay, browse and print.
This is so cool.
Let's do characters. I have never had a printer ever in my 8 years at HSN that moves this fast. We could print out stuff from The Lion King right away, or from Peter Pan, without even turning on a computer. So, okay, that's number one. Now I'm gonna just back up and do some fun, like, typical printer stuff just for a minute to show you guys. Oh, what's that say? Just that I need to...
It was preparing to shut down.
Oh, I'm sorry, I probably pressed the wrong button. So that's okay, I'll turn it back on. In the meantime, let me walk down to the printer in the middle. So another thing about this is this prints on the front and the back of the page. So this is duplex printing. Look.
Wait a minute. It does that like at the same time?
It does it. So what it does is it prints out on one side of the page, and then it pulls the page back in, and it prints on the other side of the page. And this is what I want to show you. I'm going to turn this to the side. When you have printers like this, you normally have a big old duplexer hanging off the back. This is one of the only printers I've sold that has what's called an internal duplexer. So with the internal duplexer, what that means is you don't have to have, like, you know, a 6-inch guy sticking off the back of it.
So it has a much smaller footprint.
Much smaller footprint. A really fast print speed as well. Okay, I turned my other printer back on, so let me show you guys a little demonstration up here. I'm gonna pop this in, because I like to leave the printer just as clean looking as it possibly can be. I'm gonna take a photo. I'm gonna pop it onto the front here. There we go. I'm going to go right into my copy mode and go for a color copy. Now, I want you to see something really cool. Did you see that? Did you see what just happened? This automatically pops out for you.
No, it was so fast we missed it.
We'll do it again in a minute. I know, you got to be really quick on the draw on that one. But the printer is so sleek and thinks of so many things for you. It actually has 2 different paper trays in it. So 8.5 by 11 and photo paper.
So it intuitively knows what you're printing?
So right now it's going to automatically print for me on, or copy for me on full-size paper, okay, on 8.5 by 11 paper. But when I send a photo to this printer in just a minute, it's actually going to use the 8.5 by 11 paper that's built in as well, and it automatically knows. One other thing I haven't said that is so important. You can print to this printer from any device in the world.
Love it.
From any. Does your husband have an iPhone? Do your kids have Android phones? Did you just pick up the Visual Land tablet? Does somebody have a desktop or a laptop? Any device that can send an email is compatible with this printer. Now, I'll show you, and I'm sorry, I know this is a lot really fast. I'm going to do like more demonstrations than I've ever done on a printer because this does so much so easily. This is the copy I just made. This is why HP is the #1 selling inkjet printer company in the entire world. This is why I'm getting this printer home. Because The quality of the prints that this does is absolutely out of this world. So this is just a copy, okay? I'm going to set this copy down. I'm going to pick up my phone.
So I'm thinking of all the money you can even save just printing your own photographs and everything.
We'll get to this in a minute, but you can do something called HP Instant Ink and make every print cost 5 cents.
Exactly.
5 pennies.
And then it comes with the
your
purchase,
full, like the print that you have in front of you there, Bobby. If you guys printed that out, most of us normally would be like, oh my gosh, you know, how much ink am I using? Ink. It's 5 cents to print this out if you use HP Instant Ink. It's an ink replacement program, and I'll talk more about that in a minute. I've got an iPhone in my hand. iPhone, Android phone. How many pictures do you have on your tablet and your cell phone? You're like, my computer doesn't, or my printer doesn't work. This is the upgrade printer for you that you've been thinking about. If you go to print, okay, it says print right there. It's done. So this is printing. And actually, it even says already on my printer. This is the fastest printer I've ever sold. It already says that it's printing. So now, instead of printing on 8.5 by 11, though, you know, one picture on 8.5 by 11, I have this set. So it automatically detected that I'm sending a picture. I could have just as easily forwarded a document, a spreadsheet. It has its own email address. So if Bobby and I are out to dinner and Bobby takes a picture, I go, hey, send that to Aaron at hpeprint.com. When I get home, the picture that Bobby just took will be waiting and printed out.
No kidding.
It has an email address built in. And it's the same thing, like if you get an email, like text, you know, and you're like, oh, I need to print that, or there's an attachment, there's a Word document or Excel document or whatever, you just forward it to your printer. When you get home, it's printed and waiting for you already. That's what we're going to sell.
Never had a printer like this before.
Oh, look. Oh, look, look, look.
So that was, now again, you can see that was the photograph that Aaron just sent from his phone instantly.
It took probably, I don't know, 30 seconds.
And look at the quality of it, though.
And the reason that it happened so quick, I'm going to just set this down for a minute. The reason you saw me, like, I didn't have to move paper or anything. Watch. This is one of the coolest things. I really am. I'm going to have this printer in my house. Okay. I am going to get it home.
I think I have an
HP printer. I have a great office jet already, but it's really big, and I want something smaller that has all of the features.
Yeah, it's more efficient, it's fast.
Okay, there's 2 paper trays. This can actually be, look, you can have 5 by 7 paper, which is actually something I've never seen either. It's normally just 4 by 6. You can have 5 by 7 or 4 by 6 paper in. I want you to watch how it draws this in as I close this, and when I go halfway, see how it drew it in the rest of the way? Everything on the Envy series is so incredibly sleek, is so incredibly smart. Here, I want to do one more thing for you here. If you don't own a computer, if you're not a computer person, well, again, you can print from any of your cell phones, from any of your tablets. If you just have a camera, like a digital camera, do you guys see on the side here, there are slots for both an SD card, which you don't see a lot, and there's also a slot for USB drive. So if you have like a thumb drive or whatever. Now look at my beautiful screen. I can go right to print photos without ever going to a computer, without ever touching a computer. I'll go, okay, I want to view and print whatever's on my card. All of my pictures come up. This is like having a touchscreen tablet or a touchscreen smartphone. So you choose whatever picture you want. I'm going to choose these beautiful balloons. I'm going to say continue. Now, I can print it on any size paper I want. But I'm going to go into my layout here and say, hey, let's print this on, oops, I kind of hurried out of that. I'm going to say, let's print this on a larger size. So let's print this on maybe like 8.5 by 11 or something like that. Go right in there. You go continue. Here's your little settings, and then my layout, it says 4 by 6. Nope, I want to do it on full-size paper. I don't have to change anything. Now I'm ready to go. Just hit continue, just hit done. In less than a minute and a half, you'll see. I was going to say,
so fast and
full
easy.
8.5 by 11. It's easy because it's a big color touchscreen.
Right, because I know even the one I have, which is an older HP, but it really is a little bit more difficult.
It's often like one line of black
text.
That's exactly
right.
And you have to scroll.
Right.
You know how easy it is to use a tablet or use your smartphone. You have that built into your printer now.
Right. So with anything, with the iPhone, iPad, Android,
compatible
probably
with
even
every
Kindle,
device. Yes, Kindle.
Anything at all that you have, and that you can print, fax, scan. But the fact that you're looking at literally a printer that is one of the most intuitive printers that we have ever had. Oh, and by the way, it even comes with the software bundle, a value of like $140. So the bundle of the software that you're getting is actually more than what you're paying today for the printer.
Yes, ma'am.
Plus the fact that you're getting the ink and the special ink program. So today, as we said, and I know we're watching it with what, 850 some that have now been spoken for. As Aaron said, this will last.
Only the second show.
Yeah, it's only
gone
right, because we launched it it just earlier this morning. We're shipping it to you for free. You always have a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. But again, you know, just as we were referring to a little earlier, the tablet, it's the best of the best. It's the newest technology from HP, which is actually the #1 inkjet company out there. And I think, I know, I have an HP, and most of us, I think most of us here have an HP, but this is above and beyond in terms of the features, and we'll run you through more of the features again, and then show you more great demonstrations. I've got a lot more to show.
We're about into our last 10 minutes, so this is the time if your printer is out of date. If you have a really nice camera, and when you go to print something, you think, well, my camera's not that good because my prints don't look that good. It's because you have a cruddy printer, and that's what so many of us forget. Print, it's, you know, we keep saying printer, we shouldn't. This is an activity center. Yeah. Print, copy, scan, and fax. Built-in fax machine, color fax machine. There's an auto document feeder on the top. You put 25 pages in the auto document feeder. You don't even have to open and close the lid, for goodness sakes. It's web-enabled, lab-quality photos. Photos that you go to the drugstore and you pay $3 or $4 a photo. I'll show you that in a minute. Print from anywhere in the world, and that's another thing. Not just from any device. You could be overseas. You could be anywhere in the world and using ePrint because it uses the internet. You send your picture or your document or whatever, you just email it to your printer and it's printed.
Really?
That means everybody.
So I could be on vacation in Italy.
I was on vacation in Italy about 1.5 years ago, and I got home and I had hundreds of prints that I sent. Seriously? It's instant. It doesn't cost anything because you're using the power of the internet. It's amazing. Right. Automatic two-sided printing. That means that paper just went on sale half price for the rest of this printer's life because you're printing on both sides of the page, right? So you can spend half as much on paper. And a 25-page autodoc feeder. I have so much to show you guys. Look at this.
I know we have only 9 minutes remaining, and basically with everyone already calling, we have maybe 1,800 left. Like, that's it.
These could actually sell out in this presentation. It is not unheard of to think that they could sell out.
Look at the colors.
Look at the colors in this, for goodness sake. And this is the picture that I just printed. So I printed this live for, oh, and by the way, look, I'll run my hands all over it. It comes out instantly dry because it's that HP quality ink. Speaking of ink, I can't believe I haven't said this yet.
And you know what's amazing about this, too? Like, I think about how many photographs that I have on my phone. I'm like, okay, I've got to get over to the drugstore so I can print them all. And then you end up either changing the phone or something happens to it, and you lose all of those photographs.
When you lose your phone, your pictures go to cell phone heaven, right? Because all of the... And now all you do is email them. You can send an email, right? So your printer does all of this for you.
So amazing.
In terms of pricing, I was on air this morning with Brett Chuckerman. He had just bought ink for his printer, and he told me he spent $136. That was his number on ink for his printer. We're including that if you just need to buy ink for your printer today, and you probably, your printer's probably a little bit older, maybe it's out of date, maybe it doesn't have HP ePrint, it probably doesn't print like this, it probably doesn't have a fax or a color screen. We're including 2 full-size inks. So there's a tricolor ink and a black and white ink. These are not like introductory, they're not like the 10-page printers or anything. These are full-size ink cartridges. You would probably spend darn near what you're spending on the printer today just to go buy new ink. And you're getting a printer that is the sleekest, that is the fastest, that is web-enabled, that you can print from your cell phone and your tablet right to it, that everybody in your house, no matter what kind of computer, what kind of phone they have, that you can do dual-sided, that has an auto document feeder on it. And then there's one other thing that I want to spend a minute or two telling you about.
1,000 gone already.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, guys, it really could. I'll have at the most one more presentation on this. So if you need to upgrade your printer, if you have an older printer and you want new technology, if you want to be able to print from every electronic device in the world that can send an email, this is your printer. If you want to have an auto document feeder, this is your printer. If you want to have $139 of additional software, I bought a Valentine's card. I'm embarrassed to say, because I have this software. I bought one. It was over $4 for my Valentine's card. It was a cute card, super cute.
Same thing for my mom.
We include Hallmark Card Studio, which I'm going to show you guys behind us here. You can print your own cards. There are thousands of templates. And look,
like any occasion.
And they're for real. Like on the back it says Hallmark. Like this is the shoebox greeting portion of Hallmark. You can make your own cards now. You can put your own pictures in your own cards. Save yourself a ton of money that way.
That's hundreds and hundreds of dollars a year based on, basically, I know what I spend on cards,
in no time, right? If you just send out a couple of Christmas cards, you've paid for the printer.
Exactly.
And here's one other thing. It's called HP ePrint. I'm going to spend just a minute. This is optional. We're sending you full ink cartridges. So you're ready to go. So already, you know, you just about paid for the printer with the ink cartridges. This is one of the few printers in HP's line that has, it's called HP Instant Ink, okay? And we're including a full month of it. What is HP Instant Ink? I want you to really tune in with me for a minute here because it takes me just a moment to explain it, but I'm gonna save you up to $600 a year if you print a lot. Okay, HP Instant Ink is an instant ink replacement service. So what it means, when your printer gets low on ink, it knows that it's low on ink and it orders ink for you from HP. And you're thinking, wait a minute. Does that mean it's going to charge my credit card $80? Yeah. No, because it's a monthly service. So you have monthly plans. So for example, I pay $4.99 a month, $5 a month, okay? You can cancel it anytime, you can change your plan, you're not committed, there's no contract.
Right.
For $5 a month, and I'm gonna actually tell this to you, well, I'll finish real quickly. So there's no annual fee, you can change anytime, ink, shipping, all of that is included, but let me explain to you. I pay $5 a month, and for $5 a month, I get 100 prints, okay? It's not judging ink. So if I wanna print, so that's 5 cents a page, right? If I'm printing photos, like when I print photos, like I used to never print photos like this because I was scared how much they were costing me in ink, right? This, do you know how much this cost me to print? 5 cents. Do you know how much this cost me to print? 5 cents. Do you know how much this cost? How much do you think this cost, Bobby?
Was it 5 cents?
5 cents. So every single thing you print. And here's the thing. If I go over my 100 pages per month, they just bill me $1 for another 20 pages. So again, it's...
Well, and they automatically replenish
and they automatically, and it's only 5 cents.
That's what I think is crazy. So you don't even have to remember it.
I never spend more than 5 cents on anything I'm printing, even when I'm printing the fullest, you know, most colorful anything. I spend 5 pages per print. And here's the other thing, and I'll explain this to you face to face too. How many times have your kids knocked on your door? It's 9:30 on Sunday night. They're like, Mom, I have a report due tomorrow and we're out of ink, right? How many times does that happen?
Oh my gosh, yes.
You're never out of ink because ink comes to your door when you need it. The printer knows, okay, their printer's about out of ink. It tells HP, it does it via the web. Next thing you know, ink shows up for free. There's no shipping charges in a little box at your door. And again, you're not paying, like, you're like, oh gosh, new ink came, that's $80. It's $5 a month. It's 5 cents per page. In time, everyone in the world will do this. Right now, HP is the only company in the world that has HP Instant Ink Replacement, and this is one of the only printers you can get that has it. I use it. Adam Freeman uses it. Tons of our hosts use it. Actually, Brett uses it.
Now.
When I was telling you, when I was traveling in Italy, I was sending my pictures home because it has e-print, but I also have Instant Ink. So I got home and I had this stack of probably 100 pictures waiting for me. Do you know what else I had? A box of ink waiting at the door, so I didn't have to go to the store and remember I need cartridge 110, C32.
Doesn't that make you crazy? That absolutely makes me crazy. You're right.
And we're including not only are we including the full ink cartridges, we're including a full month of Instant Ink as well.
And by the way, that's your ink, your shipping, your cartridge recycling.
It's all included. And you can try it for a month for free.
And the best part is that you don't, you can try it for a month for free.
Cancel if you don't love it.
Cancel
no problem.
But you don't have to think about it.
Nope.
You don't have to think about it. You don't have to worry about it. You know what? You couldn't possibly get more out of a printer than what you're getting out of our HP Envy. And thank you. At this point, 1,200 have been spoken for. Again, hundreds are still calling and getting their order in. And basically, with everyone that we have already calling, we have maybe about 1,200. That's it. So, you know, Aaron is right. This will make maybe one more airing tomorrow, and that'll be it. We're shipping it to you for free. 4 FlexPay, 5 on the HSN card. It's $25.99. And when you do use FlexPay, whether it's on your HSN card or whether it's a regular Flex, it's on any credit card, including PayPal, there's no interest.